Welcome to Shivering Timbers Dojo. Tonight we're going to do our deep dive into Danzanryu Jujitsu's Fujin Goshin no Maki, the women's self-defense board, with the knife defenses. So the Shoto hibara, Shoto kata, and Shoto tsukkomi hazushis. So it's three very basic knife defenses from a slash, from the downward stab, and from the forward stab. Yes, if you fight a professional fighter, you know, they might do crazy things. This is for the self-defense aspect. This is to give somebody a framework to work with. You know, it's never going to make you a professional fighter against knives. It is meant to give you something as a last-ditch effort if you have to use it and can't just run away. So we're going to start with the Shoto hibara hazushi from the side slash. The women's self-defense board in a thunderstorm. This is Shoto hibara hazushi, so the knife spleen escape. So for the knife spleen escape, this is the one from a side slash. How you block is going to determine the level. Like, say she comes in high with the slash, and block it here. Say she comes in middle with the slash here. Say she comes in low, a little more here. In all cases, it's pretty much the web or universal block. Just get something in the way. So she comes in, I get something in the way, and I lock this little arm up right here. Now, I don't necessarily have control of the knife. I've had people complain, but she can barely touch me with it. And if I really want to get shirty with her, I will lock this thing up in the udegarami, come over to here, and again, we're going to push down, and we're going to put my knee on the shoulder. Right now, I've just put it on her gi because it hurts her when I smash her shoulder because I'm big and fat and she ain't. And then I'm going to lock this thing right up here. I'm going to take the knife away. Let's try a little cleaner on the other side. Right to there. Come over the top. We're coming down. We're bringing her down. We're putting her right where she can knock my microphone away with that knife. How rude. There we go. For your rudeness, again, we're catching up under here. Use our toes to help fulcrum that thing. Bop. All right, so let's talk about how we're grabbing. Essentially, you're grabbing with anything you've got, any which way you can. This is not fancy. This is not well spelled out. This is whatever you can do. So she's coming in. Ah, there, I've got something. I can do this. Here, let's turn her. There we go. I can do this. I like this, okay. I like this even better. So if I were going to block from that right to here, haha. Or I could even, haha, block it like that. All those blocks work, and this gets me this good udegarami that then I just put to here. Now, I don't want to get this thing away from me because then that gives her the ability to move. I'm holding this thing tight. I'm coming around tight the whole way. I keep this thing tight. I don't let my grip go. As I step forward, if they don't want to go down, put your knee on top. Convince them. And again, I'm going to pull back. I'm just going to put it on the sleeve to be nice to her. Put it on the sleeve to be nice to her. And take my toy away. From the other side, again, we can block like this. We can block like this. We can block like this. Right in here. If I've got this and I've got this is good. See, I come down here and I turn, 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 turn. In any case, I want to eventually bring this up here. Yeah, she's touching me with the blade. You might get cut. You're working with knives. She has that ability. I tell you what, though, I'll take shallow, superficial cuts over losing control of my arm because I'm about to drop my knee in this joint right here and pulverize the shoulder joint for the next 6 to 12 weeks. Now we're here. Now this is mine. Get up. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. But as always, people in internet land like to say things like, oh, you're huge. How about you try it to somebody against your size? No, I'll do you one better. Let her do it on me. All right. Coming from the right side. And what she's going to do is ride me down. If she ends up having to fall on my arm and then put her knees there, fine. As long as she puts my arm down where she can control it, we're good with this. You ready? There we go. Work, work. I'm fighting. I don't like that. Get on, get on, get on. Get your buddy down. There you go.
I overcalculated.
You overcalculated and it wasn't pretty. Did you stop?
No.
Did you quit?
I kept my weight on you.
Did you freeze? That's right. And you kept your weight on me. Good. Fighting with weapons is ugly. It's going to be ugly. That's okay for ugly. Just do something. And this is if you can't run, right? Because in all fairness, I got a knife. Be gone. But she doesn't have a choice. Uh-oh. I don't like that. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it. I can't really fight that. Oh, yeah. That's pretty effective. I like that. I'm fighting. I'm pushing her whole body weight versus my one joint. She's going to win. So one more time. Very slowly, please. Remember, whatever you've got to here, you get the grip here. This grip, this grip, this grip. Whatever you can do to keep it over here is fine. Because as you step forward, they're going to try and stand up. That's fine. So what we're going to do is the big thing. This foot right here, step back. Yeah. Let gravity do the work for you. Sorry. Trying real hard not to hurt her. And then, boom, step there. There we go. Get up. Try. And all I need is about 2 fingers to say no. So again, the women's self-defense board, this is Shoto, hibara, hazushi. The women's self-defense board, this is Shoto, kata, hazushi. So the knife shoulder escape. So from this one, she's doing the downward psycho stab, preferred knife technique of maniacs everywhere. We step in, strike to here, kote maki tori, take them down, kote maki tori, take the knife away, other side. Again, I really like that strike. She doesn't. As I come here, take this thing away. No arm for you.
No, my arm.
My precious tendons.
My least dominant arm.
So let's talk about what we're doing and why. I had somebody in the short video comment that when she stabbed, they did not like that I use this because I'm standing in front. Okay. So understand that these are very simple defenses in a restricted curriculum. The Women's Self-Defense Board is 35 moves. That's it. And it is intended for those who are not going to take the entire curriculum of jujitsu. So we have to think, what can somebody with very little training, who's not going to get a lot of training, do? Put their hands up. Yes, they can. You stab down. All right, so where are you going to stab? Oh, that's a bad idea. 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 That's, if I'm going to get cut, and I'm going to get cut on my arm, okay. That is a choice I am willing to make. And it's an exchange I'm willing to make because, say I screw up completely, right through the hand. I've seen that in movies. I'm sure that hurts inconceivably much, but it's still not my face. And it's better than stabbing my face as much as it hurts. It's not my eyeball. So
No eye for you.
We could conceivably come here and come to here. Now, this is not Kote Makitori. This is Ureshio Garame. And it's a different move. We teach it in another style. We teach it in Jukaru. But for right now, all we're worried about is if they're coming at us and my instinct is to get the same sidearm up, that's fine right here. Now, again, I don't have to stand directly in front. And in a worst case scenario, if you knew nothing else, at least you're here. Because if we're fighting here, that strike right there is enough to get me this. And now they can't fight back. I don't care how hard, how strong they are. Like, this is pretty much a done deal. So it's not the best idea. I'd like to come to here and hit to here. If I can, keep my wits about me in a stressful situation where there's a knife. And I've got this thing here. Boom, and I hit right to here. Now I'm off to the side. Now if they do come out, whoop, they're going over there. You don't want to let them go. You don't want to let them out. But at least it's something. Additionally, if I wait and block here, this is bad. It's better than nothing, but now where I am weak, they are strong. So what I wish to do is the minute they come up, is come up to there. Now, it is true that they don't have to stab robotically. They can stab like that. Even fast. If I hit and move, I'm already here. Yes. The secret to this is pushing through. So if they stab fast, I'm ready. If they stab fast, get here and get that arm interposed. You hit your form against my form, and I was ready for it, wasn't I?
Oh. It's not fun.
Who got the better of that exchange? Exactly. So if you're pushing this in here to get the better of that exchange, do so. That's what's going to make that work for you. You're like, but you're cheating. You're moving before they move. Yeah. Very, very good sports stars know where the ball is going to be. They know where the puck is going to be. Wayne Gretzky, the hockey player, had an absolutely fantastic game because he could look at the set of your shoulders and know where the puck was going to go. The same thing happens here. As soon as that shoulder comes back, I know exactly what's happening. I know where I need to be. I've beat her to the punch. I'm right here. I've got this. This is my knife now.
Aww.
Be there faster. If you can't, and you're here, fine. Then drive in and make up for lost time with aggression. If you can read the move beforehand in the Ida, in that space, between spaces, do it. If you can't, make up for it with aggression. Because there's a knife involved. When there's a weapon involved, everything changes. I couldn't run. I wanted to run. They didn't let me run. And now we're fighting. But I'm big. She's small. Let's give her a shot. All right? She can't run. She should, but she can't. Someone get her. Yep. Very good job. Take me down for the camera for this. You ready? They're never ready. Oh, yep. She's being so kind to me. Very good job. Whee. Instead of ripping my shoulder out, she allowed me to take the nice, easy fall. And the funny thing about this move is you can. You can be nice, or you can just rip their arm out. They've got a real knife, rip their arm out. No more nice. So one more time. Again, get yourself in as soon as you can. If you can get this strike, great. If not, just get it up to here. Because to here, there's not much they can do except for reach over and try to grab the knife. And before they do that, make it your personal property. The Women's Self-Defense Board. This is Shoto Tsukkomi Hazushi. So this is the knife, thrusting angle, escape. So how are they thrusting at you? Well, so everybody talks about how the most common stab is the prison shank move. And it is very common. if somebody knows what they're doing with a knife, they actually, if I may, they'll actually try and do this rather than this. And the reason's pretty simple. The prison shank move is meant to conceal that you have a weapon to the last minute. It's not a large weapon. It's meant to hit a lot of damage by doing lots of different small wounds. Versus somebody with an actual knife who knows what they're doing, a lot of times they want to get in and back out. Why? Because you put your knife in danger, your hand and your arm, but not the rest of you in danger. If they do the first stab, whereas they're coming in here, pull them to you. Simple as that. Especially use their grip against them. What I want to do is, if they're doing that short stab, is pull to here, and pull them to you. Now I want the elbow up because I'm going to put it across my knees, and I'm going to use my benefits here. Haha. For all you people going, oh, you're fat. You can't do anything with that. Yes, I can. I can break your arm with my fat. Other side, please.
You can make it so you suffocate.
So again, this way, I always want to come to the outside. I'm going to pull them to me and like that. Now, if they have a knife and they're trying to get themselves, interpose the knife versus themselves, again, you step and you're pulling to you. And it seems a little counterintuitive. You're not pulling here. That's a bad idea. What you're doing is you're stepping to the side and you're pulling across in front of you so I can control. You notice I'm controlling with the clothes, I'm controlling here. If they don't have clothes, grip some skin. You don't have to be nice about this. Grip a collarbone. You ain't got to be nice about this. All you have to do is get that elbow up and right here and down. They hyperextend that thing. Other side. So again, the important part is getting your body out of the way. How do you block? However you can. Get 2 hands. Get 3 hands. Get everything you've got to there. And all you need is just a second because they're trying to get their body moving, right? So you're trying to move and use that body with them and sink down. As we come in, let's get over here. So as we sink down, again, we don't want to bend over here because it's easy to knock us over. Just right here, nice, easy. Use your belly. All right, but it's easy. I got a big old belly. What if you don't have a big old belly against a big old arm? Well, let's give that a shot. That's pretty good. Get my arm a little more turned. One more time on this side, then we'll go to the other side. Oh, yeah, there you go. So you'll notice she has to take a couple more steps to control my arm. Good. Turn them in a circle if you got to. You're smaller, they're bigger. Use your whole body versus their one joint. Keep me in a weak position by extending that arm out and make me keep extending. You ready? That wasn't good for you, was it?
I might have gotten cut, but I'm alive.
Do it again. Crud. So, so I'm not really playing fair here. That's mean. Good. Act with some resistance. One more time. Again, if they're coming in here, you can grab this with 1 or 2, pull it across, get to here, and again, turn this hand up if at all possible because that puts the elbow on top and really makes this hyperextension a lot easier. If they're coming up trying to shank you, do the shiv thing, boom, pull them across, get that body moving, and get down. All right, that was Shoto, tsukkomi, hazushi. So that was Danzanryu Jiu-Jitsu's Fujin Goshin no Maki, the women's self-defense board, and that was the knife techniques. So Shoto hibara, Shoto kata, and Shoto tsukkomi hazushi. Practice these with some resistance, but please be careful. The first one, against the slash, when you grab the arm, wrap it up, and put them down, you can practice that with a lot of resistance. You can also practice that with a lot more emphasis on getting them down, but you do have to watch out. That arm bar will slap them into the mat. Be ready for them to take some forward falls, and be careful as you're coming down on that shoulder with your knee. It is especially, like I said, if you need to help them along by putting your knee on it while you're still in the air, that's a good way to injure somebody, so be very careful with that. Again, with the kotemaki tori, as always, please be careful with that. Throw, get there quick, and then throw nice and controlled, and especially as you pull in and get down for the tsukkomi and you're hyperextending that elbow, it's an armbar with your body. Your whole body versus their one joint. If they wish to resist a little, let them, but be very, very careful as you apply the pressure because it happens very quickly. If you still don't like these, hate these, all right, come into class. Happy to work with you. Show them that, yeah, they do work. They're better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. They're better than nothing. That's why we train them. Other than that, y'all stay safe. Thanks.